Google Assistant versus Cortana coming up right now. Let's go. What is up, guys? This is Nick here from Everything Tech, helping you to master your technology, and welcome to this Google Assistant versus Cortana. Now, I did Google Assistant versus Siri last week. You can go and check that video out. I'll leave it down below in the description area of this video, as well as in a card. But in this one, we're taking a look at Google's latest assistant or artificial intelligence versus Cortana, which is Microsoft's a few years old now artificial intelligence. So Google Assistant was announced at Google I/O in May 2016, and now it's available on pretty much any marshmallow device running 6.0 and higher, or any nougat device running 7.0 and higher. So if I go to About Phone, you can see here, I do have marshmallow on this device, so I'm gonna go ahead and run this Google Assistant here, and Windows 10 over here for the Lumia 640. So let's get started with a quick few things we're gonna say to them. Alright, so let's begin this actions or questions between Google Assistant and Cortana. Let's see which one is quicker. Hello, how are you?
Wonderful, thanks. What can I do for you?
So you've seen that the Google Assistant did respond to me as if I was talking to a person, whereas the Microsoft Cortana actually pulled up a song. It didn't say, hello, how are you? So that just goes to show right out of the gate that Google Assistant might be the better natural language processing, or, you know, basically the more realistic in terms of how it speaks back to you than Cortana, based on our first assessment. Let's try the next thing here. What is the weather like in Chicago?
In Chicago, it's 49 with a thunderstorm. It's predicted to be 49 and mostly cloudy.
So you've seen that Google Assistant does give you more, how would you say, more information. It talks a little bit more to you than Cortana. Cortana pulled up the same information a little bit slower than Google Assistant. So I would say so far the Google Assistant is taking the win so far. Let's ask the next question. How long is the Great Wall of China?
5,500.3 miles. Here's a summary from Travel China Guide. The length of the Great Wall of Ming Dynasty was 5,500.3 miles from Hushin in Liaoning to Zheoyugan Pass.
So you can see that the Google Assistant, like I say, it talks a little bit more. But over here on Cortana, we do have a different reading. So this one is saying that it's 13,171 miles. This one's saying it's 5,500 miles. So I don't know which one's right there, but that's what they're saying. That's what they're pulling up. They pulled up different results. So these assistants are going to be quite a bit different in terms of the information they do display. Let's try something that they both should be able to do. Open calculator. So you see the Google Assistant just rockets the calculator open there on the Hauwei device, and there is Cortana. So Cortana definitely slower on that one. Let's do another one. Set timer for 25 minutes.
Okay, 25 minutes. Starting.
So you see the timer is already set, and now on Cortana. So the Google Assistant again. So let's try another. But you've seen that that one actually stayed in the Cortana application. The timer did stay in the Cortana application, so that was pretty nice there. So let's do another one here. So how about this one? Tell me a joke.
Who's the roundest knight at King Arthur's court? Circumference.
So you've seen both of them can tell you a joke. Let's do that again. Tell me a joke.
Let's tune into a sports joke.
News in sports. What is harder to catch the faster you run? Your breath. Now...
So that was Google Assistant making all that noise. I'm not sure if my Microsoft device is turned down or something, but I didn't hear it too much. Nope, it's not turned down too much. So the Google Assistant definitely does give you a little bit more of an interactive joke, I would say. It's a little bit longer, but I mean, how many times are you really going to ask it a joke? Let's ask it something more practical, like a math equation. What is 45 times 300?
45 by 300 is 13,500.
So you can see both of the assistants can do basic calculations with ease. What is the square root of 64?
Square root 64 is 8.
Google Assistant faster once again. Let's see this. How tall is Stephen Curry?
Stephen Curry is 6 feet 3 inches tall.
So both can give you sports player heights. Let's see what else we have here. Who is Satya Nadella?
According to Wikipedia, Satya Nadella is an Indian-American business executive.
So of course you're going to get Bing results here on Microsoft, and you're going to get Google results here, and you see the Google Assistant is just super fast. It's a really nice touch here that they've done in the software. It's very clean, very smooth, and I'm thinking it's working better so far than Cortana over here on the right. Now let's go to an alarm basically. Wake me up in 1 hour.
Done. Your alarm set for 9:09 p.m. I've set an alarm for...
There we go on Cortana. So Cortana definitely slower here. Now this might be because of my hardware. I do have 1 GB of RAM on this device with a 400 Snapdragon series. This is a 615 Snapdragon with 2 gigs of RAM. But I mean, honestly, Cortana, I basically have used it on multiple devices and it's been slower than Google Assistant. So I don't really think the processor has anything to do with this. But let me know if you have a Cortana on your device, maybe a Lumia 950 or something, and you think it's much faster than what you're seeing here. Show me images of the Samsung Galaxy S8.
Here's what I found. Look up those images, but you'll need a screen this time.
So there, Cortana actually showed us the images through Bing results. And over here, we don't see any images here, just a press release. So let's try something else. Like, take a note, I have an upcoming project due tomorrow at 4 p.m. Cortana took that one in
Which
OneNote.
notes app?
And Google Assistant asks you for keep.
Sorry, which app?
So it asks you here over here which application you want to store it in. But I do think that Microsoft did win there in terms of its OneNote. Cortana did sync it to OneNote immediately. So let's ask it a couple more questions like, recite a poem.
Here's a haiku by Matsuo Basho. An ancient pond, with a sound from the water, of the frog as it plunges in.
It sings the tune without the words and never stops at all.
So you see that Cortana seems to talk a little bit slower than Google Assistant, and Google Assistant pulled that up quicker as well. But both can recite a poem to you. Who is Steve Jobs?
According to Wikipedia, Stephen Paul Jobs was an American entrepreneur, businessman...
Once again, the Google Assistant pulls it up first, so it's just basically obvious to see here that the Google Assistant does give you a quicker user experience, about the same functionality on both of these. But one thing I found on the Google Assistant that I don't find on Cortana is the ability to turn off lights in your home and more AI-based things going forward. So Cortana's a little bit lagging behind when it comes to home control, like your Philips Hue bulbs and things like that. So watch this. Turn off your lights.
It looks like those lights haven't been set up yet.
So you see that I don't have any lights set up in here currently for this application, but you can see that if I did, it would work here. Over here on the Microsoft Cortana, I do find nothing but search results. So you can see that in terms of home stuff like opening your garage, your lights, things like that going forward, Microsoft is lagging behind the Google Assistant here. So yeah, that's pretty much all I really wanted to show you guys in between the Google Assistant versus the Cortana platform. Now still, both of these are very smart, very intelligent assistants. Both work extremely well. I mean, Cortana is also on most Windows 10 PCs, and I don't think Microsoft is going to stop supporting Cortana. It's just going to grow and go further. Now, the Windows Phone platform is pretty much dead, so you're not going to see a lot of updates probably for the Windows 10 platform for mobile, unless something happens and they bring out a Surface Phone or something like that. But the Google Assistant now available on all 6.0 devices and 7.0 Nougat devices. Man, this just makes your device that much better. And I found that adding this to even a budget device makes it feel like a much more premium device. This is actually better than Siri in my personal opinion. But that's just my take on it. Which one do you prefer? Do you prefer the Google Assistant or do you prefer the Cortana? That's pretty much going to wrap this one up for me. If you guys enjoyed it, click the like button for me. This was Nick here helping to master your technology. I will catch you all in the next one. Be sure to be well and peace. Good night.
sleep mode.